I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 152. And today I want to talk to you about how to stop procrastinating. In fact, one of my mentors has a quote that says, the procrastination is the assassination of your destination. And I think that's so key. Is that we sometimes we know what to do, but we don't do what we know. We procrastinate. We put things off, and it's like we put things off we know we need to do. And listen, I'm included. There's, like I said, there, I'm not a perfect person, so I'm just one that's bringing ideas to you today. But the thing I love about this podcast is I learn from myself, and I don't say that in a weird kind of way, but really I let the spirit talk through me, and as the spirit speaks, I listen, right? Even if it's coming out of my own mouth, right? And so I just think it's important that we beware of procrastinating. And again, like I said, I have certain areas where I take action, I'm full throttle, but then there's some other areas where I need to tighten up myself. And so it's, especially as it's a new year, this is an important topic to talk about because there's some things that we want to do this year, I'm sure. And there's some things that we want to do differently than last year. And the only way that's going to happen is if we stop procrastinating, if we do the things that we know we need to do. And so it's a real simple technique from a book that I read years ago. And it's called the 5 second rule. You may have heard of it, you may not have, but the whole gist of the book is, let's just say you're in bed. And I'm not sure if I talked about this on this podcast or not. I talk about so many things that sometimes I don't remember everything I talked about. But but let's just say you're in bed and you know you need to get up, and the alarm clock goes off, and you get up, and you have two choices. You can hit the snooze button, or you can get up. So what's gonna make you get up versus hitting the snooze button? Well, the 5 second rule says you go five, four, three, two, one, and then do it. Because if you take any longer than 5 seconds, then your brain starts to reason. Your brain starts to say, "Oh, you know what? We could do another 10 minutes," right? Your brain starts to say, "You know what? You deserve some more rest. You worked hard yesterday." And then next thing you know, you have all these excuses on why you shouldn't get up versus you just get up and now you're up. And so, there's some science behind it. I won't go into all the details today. I just wanted to kind of introduce the idea to you. And there's a book, if you want to read more on it, by Mel Robbins, called The 5 Second Rule. And she gives lots of different stories and examples of how this works. But the science behind it is really cool. It has to do with your frontal lobe. And and basically there's a trigger there so that when you do five, four, three, two, one, there's a trigger that if you just do it, there's some certain chemicals that are released, that play out a certain way. And I can't explain it as good as she does, so I'm not even gonna try. But I have used this technique when I needed to. I've even used it on my nephew. I remember a time that my nephew was afraid to jump in the pool. And so I would just say five, four, three, two, one, jump, and then he would jump. And he realized, like, wait a minute, this wasn't so bad. And so then it got to a point where, he went from being afraid to jump, and I'm talking about jumping in the shallow end, by the way. But he was afraid to jump to, now this dude is diving in the pool and whatnot every summer. But again, it's a technique that works. I use it for a lot of different things when I need to get myself or other people to just take action. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because here's the deal: it's almost like, let's just imagine a salesperson, let's just say, that is nervous to make the first call. You just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, call. Well, now it's ringing. You're not going to hang up, are you? I mean, it's ringing, so you got to take action. So it's like you kind of put yourself into a point where you have taken some action, and now you have to continue that action because you've already taken the first step, versus inaction, and then you start to validate the inaction, right? Like we don't take action, and then we start validating reasons on why we didn't take the action, and then next thing you know, we agree with that validation, and we take us way off the path when we all we had to do is just take the action, and then take more action, and then keep taking action. You get out the bed, do what you do, pray, meditate, say your affirmations, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, whatever it is you do in the morning. And hey, that's an episode we need to talk about. What's your morning routine? But again, you just take action and then follow it by more action, and then next thing you know, things are rocking and rolling for you. So this is a really, really, really short episode, but I think it's an impactful one because hey, someone on this podcast may not have ever heard of it, and that's the whole point of this. Is I want to bring you ideas that can help shift your life, shift the trajectory of what you have going on. And why how does this relate to code freedom? Well, it has everything to do with code freedom, because if you're not taking action, then you're one of those people who are validating inaction, and then you're moving further away from your dreams versus moving closer. So the next time you hesitate to do something, just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then boom, just knock it out, right? Knock out the push-ups, knock out the 10 pages of a good book, knock out the audio, right? Knock out um, you know, just take the action, right? Like put some money in your savings account. Go say I love you to your spouse. Buy the gift. Whatever it is you need to do, you know what you need to do, but we just got to do it, right? And so this is episode 152 of the Code Freedom podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this one is a really short one, but I hope it's an impactful one for you, because maybe it's something that you never considered, and I'm happy to be the one to bring it to you. So God bless you all. Take care, and we'll see you all over the top. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.